So before I start this video, I just want to put a quick disclaimer. If you are my friend Deeksha Cooner, please do not watch this video because I know that this video is going up on Thursday and your birthday is on Friday. So unless you want to know what I'm getting you, please skip this video until tomorrow. Okay, let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have no idea who I am, my name is Kiana. I make videos on YouTube regarding fashion, lifestyle, and vlogs, as well as sometimes the occasional makeup video. If you enjoy any of that content, please stick around by hitting the subscribe button down below. It is free, and who doesn't love free things? Also, hit that notification bell. It is also down below. It'll notify you every time I upload a new video, which is every Thursday at 12 p.m. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So in today's video, I will be giving you tips and tricks on how to give the perfect birthday present. In this video, I will be referencing the gift I will be giving to one of my best friends, Deeksha. So this year, a lot of my friends, including myself, are turning 19, and because we live in Ontario, it means that we can legally drink. So for every present that I like to give, I like to do a couple small gifts rather than one larger gift. I just think that it is more enjoyable to open. So for this present in particular, I decided to do a kind of survival for like a hangover because we are legally allowed to drink again. So to start, I gathered all the materials that I would be using. So some of the supplies that I chose to use were wrapping paper. In this case, I use brown craft paper. I like to write messages on how I envision each gift to be used. I use a lot of tape because it's practical, it holds the wrapping paper together, but also it could be a part of a decorative element. Also, I used a bunch of pens or markers. They just add a fun pop of color to any gift. This part is optional, but I am going to be making my own gift tags, so any kind of cardstock or thicker paper is good for that. Some string to tie the gifts all together, and this is the part where it becomes a little bit more fun and creative on how you kind of wrap and decorate each gift. As well as, obviously, you're gonna need the gifts. And obviously, don't forget the gift receipt. So moving on to the gifts that I got specifically for this kind of survival of the hangover. So the first thing I got was a tea steeper and a little package of loose leaf tea. This was actually one of the things she actually sent me on her list. Because our birthdays are so close together, I'm born 2 days before her, so we each send each other a list, and a tea steeper was one of the things that is on her list. So I got the tea steeper amongst a lot of other things on her list because I thought that it was best to cure a hangover. Also, the loose leaf tea that I selected is actually a more detox tea. I was hoping that they had something specific for hangovers. However, at David's Tea, they actually discontinued it. But the loose leaf tea that I chose to get her is actually just a detox tea. So it will detox her system and cleanse it of any bad toxins, especially alcohol, although it does taste good. The rest of the things that I got her are not on the list. So the second thing I got her was a disposable camera. And these have been kind of all the rage, especially with people like David Dobrik having a whole Instagram account dedicated to it. They're very fun, they're very vintage, and personally, I love taking pictures. I feel like it captures the moment. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was actually to take more pictures, although I probably failed. So the message for the disposable camera that I wrote was to remember all the nights that you won't be able to remember, because you're probably gonna be so drunk that you won't be able to remember anything. But if you take pictures and then you develop the pictures, you could see all the fun and crazy times that you had. So the next thing I got was a pair of sunglasses, and these are Ted Baker sunglasses. So my friend Deeksha has actually been needing sunglasses for a very long time. Every time we go out on our walks or we go downtown, she always needs a pair of sunglasses because it is really sunny, and I feel like everyone should just generally have a good pair of sunglasses. So I got these Ted Baker ones from Nordstrom Rack, and the message that I wrote on this particular present is for when you're hungover but still need to go out, so that it'll shield her eyes and she'll look more put together, but she'll still be a little tipsy and a little hungover. last thing I wanted to discuss in this video is some tips and tricks on giving a good gift and just giving gifts in general. Disha and I have very, very close birthdays, so we kind of try to send each other lists, and a part of giving each other gifts so close to each other's birthdays is it can be expensive. So one of the things we do every year is we try to establish a spending limit. Spending limits are good because you can stay within that limit. You can negotiate if it's too high, if it's too low. For us, we always go over. This year, if I remember clearly, I think that our budget was around $150, but I definitely did go over. I'm closer to like 200 probably. So establishing a spending limit ensures that you're both on the same page. You both spend equal amount of money on each other, and no one is going so overboard and no one is feeling left out and kind of left in the dust. The second tip I have is actually to look on Pinterest, and I'll have my Pinterest link down in the description box below. So for me, I love Pinterest. I actually use it in particular to find new ways of wrapping. It's how I discovered how to make your own gift bags, which is super easy. So Pinterest is great for ways on how to wrap. They also have options for like DIY gifts if your budget is a little smaller. I think it's good to remember that giving gifts doesn't necessarily have to always be about spending money. You can also do a lot of DIY gifts that are inexpensive but can sometimes mean more than actually buying a gift. The third tip I have is actually to, again, pick a theme or something that'll tie each present together. I like to do smaller gifts that kind of just tie everything together instead of just one big gift, because I think it brings more joy to open more. Because although you don't want to be materialistic, you do like opening gifts on your birthday. It's kind of fun. It's a day about you. And I feel that opening more smaller gifts is generally more fun than just opening one big gift and all of your excitement is on that one big gift. And the fourth and final tip I have is just to be creative and have fun with it. It's never about spending the most money. It's kind of getting things and putting things together that that person would generally like. It's not about getting the most expensive gift. It's not about having the best gift. It's more about being creative and putting things together that are just fun and more enjoyable. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how I put together what I kind of think is a good gift. If at any point you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It is always below and it is free, and who doesn't like free things? Also follow me on all my social media platforms. They will always be linked in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next Thursday for another new video. Love you.